Hey, Cortavius here. I'm about to do an event that I should skip. I'm actually timing this. It won't hit the channel until you probably don't have a choice and this thing's over, and maybe you skipped and probably should have skipped, but I don't know. I'm on the fence on it. But I'm pulling some shards. I got 54 sacreds here. I'm on the free to play. I will go to the main next and pull there too. I put Prince Kaimar in here. There's some really good champs in here. Hold on, I'm locked in here. But I do have remove. So I do like this Baller of the Lost dude. I think he's really good in Chimera in particular. But I just feel like Kaimar is more useful across the board. I mean, Theodore I have on the free to play already. Stock the Broken was a fusion. Bad L. He would be helpful too, but he's probably not the best choice, but I just feel like he's the most all-around useful. And the epics, I really just don't care. So we're gonna pull 7 of these, I think, on both accounts. And why am I doing that? I think this Titan event that we've been given is just run like crap so far. They're giving us a summon rush, which is just a progressive, and a progressive chance is just garbage. There's no chance. I mean, there's no 2 times, so you have to get a legendary. And then it's a 15% chance. For non-voids, that's like 0. I mean, so this progressive a chance, and even the champs, I mean, there's some good champs in here, but they're not the best champs. It's not the most compelling progressive ever. And even the voids are actually just not good. I mean, those champs are all okay in places, but they're not great. I mean, there's so many voided Legos you'd rather get than any of those 3. Actually, the epics aren't bad, but we're not here for epics. So I just think the event itself is just poor. So I would skip this, put 200 points in there. And then what they said they're gonna run is a Deck of Fate. And the Deck of Fate, when it comes out, is based off pulling souls. But they've not announced at all that they're gonna do it 2 times. So with no 2 times souls, and you'd have just chance to get some of these materials and 140 points in there, man, I'm not pulling soul stones with the 2 times. So hopefully we get some champs. By the way, if you want to get 2 legendaries today on a new account, click the link in the description below and you can get Narma, who's a great legendary poisoner for clan boss, and you get the best epic in the game, Uugo, Mausoleum Mage, and Anax. All you got to do is follow 4 steps. Step 1, log out of Player and Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox. Narma's sitting there for you. Enter the code Demon Slayer and you get Tholan the Fusion, who would actually be really good to start a new account with. I don't know how great he is for endgame, but to start with, I mean, he would actually be really helpful. So that's pretty useful. So you can get new ones now. But back to why I'm pulling. So I just looked at that and said, I don't want to pull my soul stones in the Deck of Fate. I mean, on this account, I've got some that I could pull, but I'm not pulling without it 2 times. So if they had told us there's 2 times, it could change the scenario. So once again, Plarium loves to leave you with no information to make decisions. You don't know what the eventual events are coming. You don't know what they're going to be. So they told us the Deck of Fate's coming, and maybe they've had some with 2 times and some without 2 times. So maybe by not telling us, they've told us, but so I'm not taking that chance. So 7 sacreds. I just hope I get something worth building here. I honestly don't remember who the first epic I pulled was. Well, I got Delaja, who is not worth talking about. If I'm wrong, let me know, but that's 3. We got Pan the Bowhorn, also similarly lackluster. We are not getting anything to be excited about here. 4. Visionary. She does increased crit rate and increased crit damage on all allies and fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. It's a nice little boost. She's got a speed in dungeons. She does an AoE, decreased crit rate, decreased crit damage. So a little bit of an Anax type ability here, except for she's spirit and it's an attack, so it won't place on weak affinities. But she's got a 100% chance to land decreased crit rate and decreased crit damage. Most enemies in this game have a 15% crit rate, so that's pretty good for keeping the team alive. Boost the turn meter, and, so she's not bad. I just don't know that anybody builds her, but she can help keep a team alive. So maybe that's helpful in hard faction wars. I don't know. I've never built her. All right, I think I need to pull a couple more. Let me check after this one. Let's just see what this one does, and I'll go peek. So far, nothing exciting at all. Ambassador Lethlin, I've never built him on the main. He's an interesting champ. You know, he's got ability to decrease the duration of 2 random debuffs on all allies by a turn. So it's kind of a cleanse, you know, for your team. I mean, it's 2 random ones and it's 1 turn, but if you have 2 turn debuffs on you, then it only does it by half. Helpful. It's on a 4-turn cooldown. And then he places a taunt and a reflect damage. So at least it brings AoE attacks, just blow by that, but single target attacks at least would come to him. So kind of helpful to help keep team alive. 4-turn cooldown again. Is it with 2 turns? Yeah, 2 turns with a 4-turn cooldown. And then he does an AoE with decreased crit rate. So it seems like we're on a theme here. We got another champ that decreases the crit rate of the enemies. So I don't know. It could be useful, but yeah, not the most exciting epic. So, all right, we got 49 left. So that was only 5. So, man, 2 more chances. So that's 5. Last poll session, this account kind of sucked too. So, Giscard, he's a decent champ. Bill's turn meter. He's got an increased defense, increased attack on all allies. He puts a provoke out, AoE on a 3-turn cooldown. Puts a shield up, a decreased attack on his A1. And so he can do some CC, he can do some decrease the enemy capacity, he puts some protection on the team, and he can hit pretty hard. He's a pretty decent epic. I've never built him on my main account even. He's up to 50, I think, on that account. I've used him in Faction Wars, but never maxed him out. But could be an interesting one. I like to build some champs on this free-to-play account. I just didn't build in the main, so he's a pretty decent epic. All right, here's our last chance at anything. Oh, we got gold. What do we get? What do we get? Oh, Samar Gem Cursed. Wow. I guess the best I can say for him is I like the fact that this account pulls champs I just don't have or have built on my main. And Samar Gem Cursed, I do not have on my main account. Cool looking dwarf, but I just, man, I'd love, a lot of people don't comment on these videos. If anybody's watching this thing and you've used Samar, man, tell me how. I just don't know what you really do with the guy. He's hard to kill is about the best thing. I really think he's just needs to be on the buff list, to be honest, but he's got some interesting mechanics. The big thing is his passive. He places a block damage at the start of the turn, and he blocks incoming damage and places block damage whenever he receives a hit that would drop his HP below 30%. So it's on a 4-turn cooldown, so it kind of works once unless he just survives elsewise, but you know, he stops himself from getting killed. Problem is, there's too many champs out there nowadays that can adore and block damage too. So Thor, who is a fusion, can just come in here and kill him anyway. So, you know, it takes away from some of his viability. He is tanky though, so maybe he can survive a hit, but I don't know. And then he can hit hard. He's got an AoE that strips 2 buffs. Now you got to place accuracy on him though, which lowers his damage. And then he's got another one that attacks 1 enemy, can hit pretty hard, and it boosts based on whether his HP is greater than the other guy and the difference between buffs on him and the buffs on the other, plus 10 per damage buff difference. I mean, it's just so much setup, right? You know, you don't want champs you got to think and strategize on like that. So he can hit, he can keep himself alive, but he brings nothing else to the table. So other than putting him with Wukong, who I don't have, to see if he can survive, but then there's better champs to do that with. So put somebody in Stone Skin, put UDK in there. I don't know. I just don't know how you use him. So really cool to get gold out of 7 and on the 7th one even. So nice to add gold. And he, you know, maybe he does fit on I don't have any dwarves, but I guess I got Tholan. Maybe Samar makes the team because my dwarves factions have just been crap. So between Tholan and him, you know, I guess the good news is against the boss and against that boss in Faction Wars, hell, having a champ that doesn't want to die certainly can help. So, I mean, if you look at the dwarves I have on this account, I go by faction, dwarves, and I even look at the master and the vault, you know. I've had Morag and Geo, both of which are useful, but now you add Tholan, you add Samar, and then you got a couple, really just some epics after that, and it just trails off. So there's not much for me in Dwarf, so I guess he helps in the faction. We'll take him. We'll take him. It's gold. I should be happy with gold. All right, let's go see. Actually, I think what that does for me on the main then is we go to or on this free-to-play, we go to the Summon Rush. That does take me to getting all of those points, which means I am now up to 1,000 points on the Titan Slayer event. The only ones I missed, there are 1,050 points available thus far. The only ones I missed were that stupid demon spawn ice golem only. I mean, I hate it when they do that in these Titan paths. It just ruins people on this watching this video who are progressing. That can be a nightmare. I don't like it when they do gated stuff in a path event where different levels of players should be able to play. I mean, if I take my demon spawn, and now the next one, they got another one coming out that is just Dragon's demon spawn. I mean, that's brutal. So if I look at my demon spawns on this account, you're talking a level 50 Drexthar, a level 58, and nothing. How am I supposed to do demon spawn only content? I mean, that's just brutal. And even the faction in general. If you come to this faction and there's doing demon spawn dragons starting, demon spawn dragons? I mean, you want poison more than anything for normal. I mean, poisoners in this faction? You got Urticata, you got Petrifia in the rares, but who wants to build those guys? So it's a crappy faction for that. I just think that's crap events. So you throw a Soulstone event with no 2x, you give us a progressive with crap champs in it, really, relative to what you could have put in there, and 2 demon spawn gated dungeons? I mean, I hate where this Titan path is going, but my head burying in the sand, I'm like, screw it, I'm 1,000 points in already, I'm gonna go finish it, but I hope this free-to-play could get knocked out. I lost 50 points on that on the dungeon for Ice Golem. I'm gonna lose 50 points on that dragon. That's 100 already. I got 150 more to play with. I just hope I don't see demon spawn Fire Knight and demon spawn spiders after that. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. All right, let's go get the main out here. All right, we're on the main. We got plenty of sacreds on this account, 174. So let's do our 7. I also took the Kaimar. Honestly, Kaimar is my most wanted non-void on this account. I have no reset champs other than Lamasu, so I'd really love a Kaimar to be able to speed up runs, but let's be real. You saw me just pull gold and no shot. No shot at 10 times. I mean, the odds are crap. So let's just pull 7 random sacreds and see if we get anything. I expect 7 epics here. I just got gold on the free to play. What are the odds, right? So Ultimate Gaelic, not worth talking about. We got Neldor. Neldor's a very good champ. I've actually just started building him on the main because I do want to use him in Curse City. He's really going to be helpful there. So, but he's got freeze on the A1, really a hard Fire Knight champ. So, but he can help with waves too. But 3 times at random with the freeze, 4 times one enemy, puts a decreased attack, which is helpful. Fire Knight gets a turn and decreased accuracy. He's got a decreased speed, also helpful in Fire Knight again. Heals his champion, and then whenever an ally places a freeze, he's got a chance to attack with his default skill. And the default skill is a 3-time hitter with freeze, right? So really good Fire Knight hard champ. Really good for that. But he can bring control to waves too with the ability that he's bringing freezes out there, right? So he can help control stuff too. Really useful epic. All right, he's going to get built on the main. Maybe that'll help empower him. That's 2. We got Shatterbones. He's actually, underrated. The guy can hit really hard, actually, but he puts a decreased speed and fills the turn meter, so he does turn meter manipulation and turn meter on his A2, and he can hit hard, so he's a fun little champ. I don't know that anybody uses him anymore, but I used him in that faction when I originally beat it, and he was really helpful. Hey, Neldor on the 10 times. Wait, no, Neldor's not on the progressive, but we're getting Neldor. We're definitely going to have a +4 Neldor at the end of this video. That's 4. Basilisk, really hard hitter. I have 6-starred him, never actually put gear on him yet, but I'll use him in Curse City. His passive just won't let him die, so you can actually use him to solo stuff if you can get enough turns on him. He can hit hard, and he pops back up, so he's a fun champ. 6, another epic, of course. Maruka, no idea what she does. Not even going to bother reading, because if I have no idea what she does, maybe she's great. Somebody let me know if she's fantastic, but I won't even read it. I think that's 7, right? I'll go check. Delaja, yeah. All right, well, I guess that was 7. So we got the Summon Rush done on this account, which does mean then that my Titan events, I don't have the champ training done yet, but that puts me at 990. When I get the champ training done, that'll put me at 1050. So Titan event, I've got every point available so far. I'll probably wander my way through that demon spawn stupid dragons thing just in case. So on track to get the 5-star soul for both of these accounts, but we'll see how it goes from here. Hey, if you pulled this weekend, I hope you had good luck. Let me know if you had something cool in the comments, and I hope you're having a great day. Thanks.